What is up mga ka-Life-Fit? Time to sleep. Joke lang. Nag-umpisa pa lang ang episode, matutulog na tayo mga ka-Life-Fit. Well, kidding aside, matagal na natin pinag-uusapan ang sleep as part of an active recovery program. Pero we've never had really a full episode dedicated to sleep and how important it is in our overall health.
Wow.
Sabi nga nila, sleep is the basic foundation of our mental and physical health. It means that hindi lang siya downtime. It's also an active recovery tool
Wow.
for our body to conduct recovery processes, repair tissues, consolidate memories, and flush out toxins from our bodies. In this episode, we will discuss 7 facts and 7 tips on how we can improve our sleep and better make it an efficient tool in part of our recovery regimen.
I don't talk, I just live, stay ready. Life of footy, yeah, we build heavy. No flex, just work, no play. In the gym every night, no delay. I don't talk, I just live, stay ready. Life of footy, yeah, we build heavy. No flex, just work, no play. In the gym every night, no delay.
Fact number 1 mga ka-Life-Fit about sleep is the power of consistency. So, hindi lang siya na-apply sa physical training natin or sa physical activities natin. It can also apply to our sleep. So, we have what we call circadian rhythm. So, this is our internal body clock. If going to bed and waking up at different times, kung ganun ang pattern natin mga ka-Life-Fit, malilito ang katawan natin and also our hormones. It produces something that's what's called a social jet lag.
Huh?
Nalilito rin pala ang katawan natin mga ka-Life-Fit kung paiba-iba ang time ng pagtulog natin and pag-gising natin mga ka-Life-Fit. So, how do we address that? Set a strict wake-up time even on weekends. This anchors our rhythm and makes falling asleep easier the following night. You will find out that if you sleep and wake up at almost the same time, magiging habit yon ng katawan natin and susundin ng katawan natin yon. Thereby, making our hormones more stable and following the appropriate circadian rhythm para sa katawan natin mga ka-Life-Fit. Make it a point na matulog at magising at almost the same time mga ka-Life-Fit on a daily basis. Number 2 fact is the role of natural light. Pagising natin sa umaga, maganda na matamahan tayo ng morning sunlight. Why? Because morning sunlight triggers cortisol inside our bodies para magising tayo naturally. Di ba ang hirap gumising at tumayo sa umaga? Lalo kapag yung fino-force kang magising, di ba? Pero ang katawan natin is naturally na nag-wake up through the hormone called cortisol. Now, this is done by being exposed to morning sunlight. This also is a precursor for melatonin, which is our sleep hormone, to be produced roughly after 12 to 14 hours later. So, how do we make advantage of this fact? So, get at least 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight. So, buksan niyo yung bintana niyo, mga ka-Life-Fit, or lumabas kayo, mga ka-Life-Fit, para makakuha kayo ng natural sunlight. If it's dark sa room niyo or indoors, wala kayong way para makakuha ng natural sunlight, then I think it's best to invest also in a high-intensity light therapy box para magkaroon din kayo ng somewhat artificial light para magising din ang katawan nyo in a way, naturally kahit papaano. Kasi nga, may light siyang nape-perceive. Thereby, starting melatonin process later on through the day. Fact number 3 is temperature regulation. Did you know that our core body temperature needs to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees Celsius to initiate sleep. So, pag ang temperature sa kung saan ka natutulog hindi bumaba, hindi ka basta-basta makakatulog ng maayos, di ba? So, medyo mahirap yung matulog na maalinsangan, di ba, mga kalipit. So, if you have the capacity, then make your bedroom as cool as possible. So, around 18 degrees or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, another tip, take a warm bath 1 to 2 hours before going to bed kasi it will make your body draw heat away from your core and towards your hands and feet para mas malamig yung temperature ng core sa body natin, mga kalipit. As you well know, kapag mainit pa pati yung core natin, medyo mahirapan tayong makatulog ng mas mabilis. Number 4, we have this what you call the buffer zone or the need to wind down. Sabi nga nila, you cannot flip a switch from high stress productivity then going immediately to deep sleep in an instant. Mahirap yun, mga kalipit. And our nervous system needs a bridge from the high productivity level to the winding down stage. Start a 30 to 60 minute no screen buffer zone. Ibig sabihin, before you go to sleep, before you lie down in bed, make sure na meron kang 30 minutes to 1 hour na totally walang screen time. Dim the lights and engage in low stimulation activities like reading, a physical book, or stretching. May use pa rin ang mga physical books natin mga kalifit. So don't read your books in your cell phone and have the good old hardbound paperback books right at your reach, mga kalifit. Kasi pwede nyo siyang gawin as a low stimulant activity para yun yung magiging bridge ng nervous system na from your day's activities to your winding down activities para makatulog kayo na mas maayos, mga kalipit. Number 5 is caffeine and adenosine. Now, the fact says that caffeine doesn't give you energy. It blocks adenosine. It's the chemical that signals sleep pressure. So it has a half-life of about 6 hours, meaning it stays in your system long after that last cup. So, well, for others, well, like me, na ginagawa ko pampatulog ang kape. Well, that works for me. Pero for most people, hindi nakakatulog ang majority ng people pag nagkape sila right before bed. Kasi nga, it stays in the system. So, how do we address that? Have a caffeine cut-off. Meaning, at least 8 to 10 hours before your intended bedtime, no more coffee. Para wala siya sa system nyo, mga kalipit. So, simple as that. Kung hindi ka makatulog dahil sa kape, huwag ka magkape right before ka matulog para maayos ang himbing natin, mga kalipit. Number 6 fact ng kalipit is managing the mind race. Anxiety and to-do lists are the primary enemies of sleep onset. Ako, guilty ako dyan. Sobrang dami ng iniisip ko, sobrang dami ng gusto kong gawin. Usually, ginagawa ko yan, or iniisip ko yan right before going to sleep. So, you just imagine, napaka-active ng brain ko right before I sleep. No wonder, ang hirap ko matulog. That kind of stress keeps your brain at a high frequency, specifically beta waves. Kaya nga, it prevents the brain from slowing down. And you need your body to slow down before you can actually get some good sleep. Now, how to address that? You have this, what we call brain dumping. Spend 5 minutes writing down every task or worry for the next day. So, huwag niyo na siyang pakaisipin for today, mga kalipit, kasi matutulog na lang kayo. Have that for tomorrow. Once it's on paper, your brain feels permitted to let go of that thought and you can go to sleep peacefully. Alam ko, naranasan nyo mga kalipit na sobrang dami nang iniisip, di ba? So, make it a point na put ito na to-do list sa paper, not phone, kasi nga sabi nga natin, bawal ang screen time, di ba? Right before you sleep. So, put it on paper, write it down, then paste those to-do list tasks for tomorrow, mga kalipit. Last but not the least is strategic napping. Now, napping is actually a powerful tool based on facts na napping is a way of giving our body some quick recovery time. Now, but napping too long or too late in the day actually reduces your sleep hunger when it is required the most, especially in the evening. So kapag masyadong mahaba ng tulog mo during the day, chances are mahirapan ka na matulog during the night. So make sure na strategic yung pag-allocate nyo ng napping throughout the day. How to do this, mga kalipit? Keep naps to 20 minutes to avoid grogginess during the day. Ako, aminado ko na, pag nagda-drive ako, madalas long drives, inaatok ako while driving. So, I make it a point na nagkakaroon ako ng nap 15 minutes or 10 minutes on the side of the road or kung saan man ang destination ko. Now, you can also have a full 90 minutes or one full cycle during the day para naman magawa nyo pa rin yung other tasks nyo efficiently but not too close at the time na kailangan nyo na talagang matulog. So, ensure that you finish your naps or nap before 3 p.m. based on studies. Now, to summarize this, there's a rule of 3-2-1, meaning for better sleep, try to have no food 3 hours before bed, no work, no to-do lists, no tasks 2 hours before going to bed, no screens 1 hour before going to bed. So, remember that mga ka-Life Fit, 3-2-1. So, there you have it mga ka-Life Fit. I know most of the time, usapang sleep is usually kasama sa tips or mga how-to lists natin over the past episodes and the past seasons. But now, this is a full episode mga ka-Life Fit just to show you na how important it is to focus or prioritize your sleep as part of your training regimen. So, hopefully, these facts and tips on how to address them is gonna help you out on how to get some proper sleep and how to effectively utilize sleep as a tool for recovery in aid of your training. So for more content like this mga ka-Life Fit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all of my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Turn on the notifications so you'll be notified for all future content. Thank you to all our sponsors. Check out their links in the description down below. So we will be seeing you on the next episode. Stay safe always and be a life inspiration mga ka-Life Fit.
Hi, hello, this is Alan Dizon. Just subscribe to Live Fit 40. Enjoy!